Yeah.
Order filled. Check us out.
You know what time it is.
This is the Mighty Soldiers exclusive.
Yeah. Let's get it. Let's get it.
What's up, guys? Andy with Mighty Soldiers Trades here. We are back with another episode of A Trader's Edge with John He. How you doing, John? I'm going to bring you right on here.
I'm doing great, Andy. How are you?
I'm doing great. I just want to bring you right on here because today we got okay, first thing I woke up to this morning was my broker telling me that day trading rates will be however they say that, because of volatility, they're gonna day trading rates won't be available for I guess pretty, yeah. Anyways, so I received my warning from my broker this morning, and you know that we have the Fed coming on today, and things could get pretty crazy. Are you prepared for that? Are you concerned? Are you trading today? How are you handling this?
Well, actually, you know what? I'm more patient guy, so I didn't trade for the last couple of days because I'm simply waiting for what the Fed's going to do today, what the announcement is going to be. Because if you look at the economic calendar, today and tomorrow, it's actually pretty busy. We have a lot of data coming out from the forex market and monetary policy and all these announcements. So it's all that I believe we're going to see some action, between today and tomorrow. But the real move, what I usually looking at is tomorrow. So.
Yeah, today, I mean, this morning we spiked up to a new high. We kept pushing up overnight. I thought that it was kind of fluff, but I told you earlier that I still played with it, even though I shouldn't have. But I came out with profit, even though I was playing around and buying things I shouldn't have. But anyways, I am staying out and being really cautious and waiting for this news to drop just to see what happens. What I like in an event like this is if we get that sort of whipsaw reaction, and I can grab the dip or I can grab the pop, and then it will come back into where it was. That's more what I look for in my trades. But I don't recommend anybody do that because that's incredibly volatile and dangerous to do if you don't know what you're doing. But
Absolutely. You really have to be experienced, but part of it is to be patient. I mean, we know this is going to be the market has been very volatile. It's been continued to consolidate every time price try to attempt to make a new high or break higher and come back down. And sure enough, it's always buying strengths, holding that. It's not coming down any lower. So we're still in consolidation. I think that by looking at the chart from S&P, markets seem to be continue to be range bound and consolidate until we see the final breakout.
I don't know if you'd like to bring up your SPY or your ES chart, John, but
yeah, absolutely, that's fine. Let me just let me put the screen on, and then can you see it now, Andy?
Yeah, there we are.
Okay, so what's right in front of us is the ES S&P E-mini future chart. If you look at this, the time frame right here, I do expect some kind of pullback at least to this area. However, none of these are sustainable. This has been tested multiple times. If price do pull back and slide, break this low right around 34, 39, 44.50, there's nothing to hold until, let me show you on a daily chart. There's really nothing to hold until I would say at least to here, 39, 19. That's my guess. But we also have the possibility it can shoot upside. So I marked this range about maybe about a week ago, a few days ago. I put out a posting on Facebook, and then I marked this possible. I just want to show you, Andy. So I marked this possible breakout, and this is the possible breakout we're seeing right now. Okay, and this chart. So here's the breakout, right? We are seeing a breakout right now, but it's not over yet. Okay, it could be a fake breakout if these levels that I just showed you they don't hold. So price can absolutely reverse. So the range I said, the breakout range will be. This is the high, will be 4086.25, and then the lower range is going to be 3759. Okay, so we'll find out what happened later. So I do expect volatility, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, John. So what I was saying earlier is day trading margin rates are suspended at 1 p.m. today with my broker. Can you tell me though, real quick, what was the time frame you previously had on?
I usually look at the 3-hour chart. A 3-hour chart. Then I look at the monthly chart. Or we look at the monthly chart, look for direction. Then I go to a daily chart, a 3-hour chart, and sometimes I look at the 1 hour, 30-minute chart. So pretty much this is the support right here. Okay, this is the 2 demand level. If anything pull back, this is their this is the fall back area that we're going to be focusing. If any pullback, I was looking at 39.95 for this afternoon, and that's going to be testing the buying strengths of these 2 levels right here, Andy.
Okay, so I was talking to Gianni yesterday, and I was saying that with the Fed, they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. They're either not taking the banking crisis serious enough, or we have this inflation issue to where they're basically, anyways. I don't want to go into the government and how they're normally making money and how the Fed has pretty much. I think the Fed has put their foot in their own mouth here. But anyways, John, I'm sorry. Hold on, I got a knock at the door. If you can go ahead and take over and show me some levels real quick, John, or tell me anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I'm expecting is price going to dip back here. It's going to test this level right here, these 2 levels. If there's a strength coming out from these levels, then we're going to see price going to shoot up like at least the daily range. For the daily range, I would say 40.57. Okay, 40.57 price test lower, pull back and shoot up 40.57. Then we're going to see some pullback, and then if there is enough buying strength coming out from here, price going to shoot 40.86 will be the new high. Okay, so just right above the old high, it's going to be a little bit of bull trap at 40.86. If this level doesn't hold, then price can slide much lower. I would say the daily range, if there's a weakness, I would set the daily range around 38.97. 38.97.50. Right. So this
really
is the key.
About that, guys. That's incredibly unprofessional here. I couldn't help. We have a knock at the door, but one thing I wanted to say though is with this Fed decision, depending on what they say, I'm expecting the market could break through all of our expected ranges. Could you see that happening to where we just whipsaw or really move, much greater than people have anticipated today?
It is possible, but I don't really see we're going to see the kind of movement today. It's going to be probably price going to wick around. It's probably going to wick around. We're going to see very sharp volatility. Either price drop down and shoot back up. And then usually, when you have these major announcements, the real moves always come later, So I'm expecting tomorrow we're probably going to see some real move tomorrow. So I rather, one of my strategies when I see so much volatility in the market and market is continued to consolidate, I would have let the market settle down. Just watch the initial move and see where price going to take us from there, and then maybe later on tonight, you can see market finally settle down, and you can find level for proper entry.
Yeah, so you got the 3-hour up. I'm typically looking at the 240-minute, the 4-hour chart. It looks very similar. And this morning when we did pop up and break out, I was thinking this is going to become an upper shadow. We're going to have a fake out breakout. I don't know if that's going to hold or that's going to last. But when this news does drop with the Fed decision, we could move quite a bit. I expect enough to hurt any folks that are just grabbing beforehand right now.
Right. Yeah, we're not, for new traders, I'll definitely not giving any advice or encourage them to do anything. If you're new, you probably want to step on the sideline and just watch the market, how the market's going to unfold. Then let the market settle down. The market always give you opportunity to get in. Like I say, I do expect the high today. It's going to be either a 40.61. That's going to be the range. Actually, for today's high, I'm setting 40.60.50. If there's a weakness, that's going to be the low, 3900.50. So let's see if that's going to be the case today, because I do expect price dip down. This is the testing area. It's very, very important. So price going to test the buying strength from these 2 levels. If there's significant buyers there waiting for price to push higher, then we're going to see price, at least reach 40.58, 40.60. But if this level doesn't hold, then we're going to see weakness. Price going to come down to 3,900.50.
And you guys, what John said there, we're not giving investment advice or anything. Go back to the beginning, pause the disclaimer, just read that really quick. And me and John agree with the same thing, that, we want you to fish for yourself. We're not trying to have anybody follow us in our trades or anything like that. That's a really big thing for me. I think that if you're going to be a trader, you're going to have to learn how to do it for yourself and not follow other people, but listen to all the wisdom that you possibly can. And that's why we have you on, John. I really appreciate you coming on, telling us these levels that you're looking at and everything. That really gives you an advanced idea of how to manage your risk. And managing your risk is primary. That's the number one thing. And one thing that you said that was amazing is that, you're patient with your trades. We have Agnieszka on at 5 p.m. tonight. And what she says is whenever she trades earnings, she doesn't trade earnings when they're coming out. She waits. She lets all that, action take place. Then she comes back and she assesses what has happened and, what the news was and how to trade it. So I'm guessing you're doing the same thing with the Fed news and stuff like that, right?
Right. So like I mentioned to you earlier, I'm pretty much looking at the real action is going to come either later on today or tomorrow morning. So I'm looking for the real move. Will be possibly it's tomorrow. It happens all the time, all the time. So people, another trick is, when you look at the monthly unemployment data, right? Usually the first week, the first Friday, and some people, they get excited about these, data coming out, release unemployment data, all these numbers released. But I don't really trade the first week, the first Friday. It's really, to me, you're not going to see the real movement. But when the CPI come out, the PPI and CPI, they come in next week, always the second week, you're going to see some real decent move. So, I mean, I kind of catch that pattern and follow that,
Yeah, and as we pointed out earlier, like I said, I grabbed at a time that I knew that I shouldn't grab, just to kind of prove my point. Like, I was willing to pay a little bit and lose a little bit just to prove my point this morning. I came out with profit, but I don't know. Sometimes I mess around like that. That's why I tell people not to follow me, because I do just ridiculous things. I'm more curious than I am trying to like get rich quick off of this. I want to have a solid foundation of my understanding of price and what's actually going on, rather than just going out here and like really trying to grow my account too fast and crush myself. And the way that you look at levels and stuff and your education, it's amazing. I really do appreciate you coming on here. John, where can people find you so they can get more, because the levels you've shared with me have been spot on. They've been amazing so far. Like I said last time we talked, if I were to have listened to you and everything that you've shared with me, I would have done even better than I already did. So where is it that you're out of, that people can come and check out what you share?
Well, Andy, thank you very much. Thank you for your kind words, and I appreciate it. And then, I usually, make postings on Facebook, and then at Steve Burns group, New Trader, and that group in there. And also, they might see me occasionally. I post some charts on Twitter, so they can find me there. On Facebook, then probably will be easier. I'm also a coaching and mentor instructor for Trade Masters. I have a session at 8 p.m. Eastern time on every Wednesday night. If people want to join me, and they'll be fine. I teach Forex.
Yeah, Steve Joseph Burns, New Trader U. That's an amazing group, guys. Check that out. And John, I see you sharing a lot of stuff in there, and that's amazing. Like that's where I first got to get a taste of what you were sharing and how you were looking at these charts. And then when you started talking to me and sharing all this stuff, this is something that I hope that that more people can see and listen to you and understand that you've really got your finger on the pulse here for the market. I would say, in my opinion, you're doing quite well. And anybody who's out here just learning from some sort of guru that's maybe leading them into really volatile, bad situations and stuff, that they come and check out the way that you're looking at the market with your patience and just it's very much a breath of fresh air when I think about where I came from and the people that I started following at first. So I appreciate people like you, and I appreciate you coming on here and taking your time to share this stuff, John.
Yeah, I appreciate it too. Thank you, Andy. Thank you for having me today.
All right. I look forward to talking to you next time. I do have a meeting coming up soon, guys. So we're going to have to cut this. But anyways, John, thanks so much for joining me today. And I look forward to talking to you next time.
Same here, Andy. Thank you for having me. Take care.
Thanks. Have a good one, John.
Bye-bye.